So, hey there, I know it's been a long time since I have uploaded something, since I took a break from Pokemon Draft Leagues, and I shifted my attention a bit to Yu-Gi-Oh! In those past months, and recently I've started playing this Therion Brave ABC deck, which I enjoy a lot and which actually performed pretty well. Like, usually I go at least second place with this deck at my locals. So yeah, this performed pretty good in the current meta because it can definitely, like, it wins against every top meta deck if you play it correctly and if you get like the hand for it. But I have no idea how it's gonna be in the upcoming meta with stuff like Sprite and Elements, but I'm gonna definitely try it out once they drop. So yeah, I'll just show you guys what I'm currently playing. So for the main deck, for the ABCs, I played AAA, AA, triple B, and double C. This is the ratio I had the most success with. 2 A's is enough, 2 C's is enough. Triple B is very good because usually you want to open one of those pieces in your hand with Hanger as well, because then you have the full combo even if you don't have the Therion stuff. That's why I play the third B, just because it's the best. You could also play the third C instead of a third B, but I've seen that the search effect is usually better because it can trigger always, and C can only trigger if you already have one in your hand. Then I play 1 Torque Gear, this is for Hulk, and 1 Union Driver. I thought about playing Union Driver as a 2-of, but I wanted to get as close as possible to the 40 card deck, and now I'm running 42. And yeah, I've seen it a couple of times brick my hand, but you can unbrick it with stuff like Fateful Adventure or the Unauthorized. Then for the Therions, I play just 2 regulars. This card is actually amazing and very core to this deck. Only play 2 because you do not want to see this card too often. Like, you want to see it once and that's it, because if you see this too often, it breaks your hand because it does nothing by its own. Then for the Brave, 2 Water Enchantress and 1 Griffin. I used to play 3, but now that I've added Cherubini into the deck, I really only need 2. Besides that, I've seen this card every time in my opening hand. Like, I've never missed this out once, so pretty amazing. Then I play 1 Red Rose, 1 Rocks Rose, pretty standard and obvious if you play Hulk. Then I play 1 Snow, just for some extra interruption. I can dump this easily with Shooting Riser. And I play 1 Scythe, because Scythe blocking is still allowed. And yeah, so why not abuse it? Then for the hand traps, I play Triple Ash. It's just the best card right now for hand trapping. And Triple Gamma and 1 Driver. So Gamma is actually just nuts in this deck because you have so many starters that are spell cards, and Gamma just protects you from hand traps like Ash, and besides that it can also unbrick you. Like, once I've had a very bricky hand and I could not go into my Hulk place, but because my opponent interrupted me and with a hand trap and I could chain Gamma on it, I had actually my Hulk place back. So Gamma is very amazing. Then the best card in the deck, Triple Union Hanger. When you open this card, you're always good to go. Like, this card and 1 more extender pretty much guarantees you the full combo. Then I play 2 Discolosseums. Only 2, same as with regulars. You don't want to open this too often. 2 is perfectly fine. And I play 1 Mine. I've recently added this, tried it out a bit. It can definitely be cut. Like, you do not really need it, but because you're a combo deck, and this card kind of breaks you if you have your combo. But if you don't have your combo, this card saves you some games that you otherwise shouldn't win. So you could play it, but you could also cut it. It's just what you prefer. Then 1 Set Rotation and 1 Terraforming. Just because we play so many field spell cards, those cards are amazing, and Set Rotation is nuts with the Brave engine. Then 2 Unauthorized. This is basically substitute for Hunger if you do not open it, and if you have Driver in your hand. 2 Ride, Same with the water enchantresses, only really need 2. 1 Fateful and 1 Draco bag to summon up the Brave engine. And then for the one-offs I play 1 Basil Root, 1 Foolish and 1 Cold Buy. Yeah, this is I think pretty standard. Now to my extra deck, which is probably a bit different than the usual ABC Therion Brave decks, because I have like 2 main routes that I can go. And if you want to see some combos, I can show you those in like an extra video. So I have 2 Busters, 1 Wonder Magician, 1 Desert Locust, 1 Shooting Riser, 1 Jengin, and 1 Trishula for Fusion and Synchros. So these 2 are actually pretty nuts together. And like I said, if you want to see the combo where I go into both of these, I can show it in another video if you guys want to see that. So like, because this is pretty awesome, because you usually end up on this, a Buster, and 1 Omni Negate and 1 IP, so you can still link those off afterwards, and like only those cards are already 3, 4, 5, 6 banishes, which is pretty amazing. Like, it's pretty hard for your opponent to deal with this. Then I play 1 Baguska because I had the space, 1 Hulk, 1 Platinum Gadget. You could cut this for the 3rd Buster, but I've decided to still try it out and play it. It's not as good as you think it is, because the only thing you do make this is if you only have the Hunger in your hand and nothing else, because then your end board is just this and Buster. But this is usually not enough to win you the game anyways, so you could definitely cut this. 1 Dagda, 1 IP, 1 Cherubini for the Brave engine, 1 Appaloosa for making it with the IP, and 1 Underworld Goddess. Same thing. This is actually pretty amazing, because usually this deck can't really out stuff like the, what's it called, the Arrival at Ignister. If it has like 6k attack, I think the only possible way would be like getting this thing so buffed that it will run over it. And also like against Marinces or the full Armor Master from Blackwings. So yeah, this just helps against every unaffected monster. Okay, that sums up my extra deck. And then lastly, I'll go into my side deck. This is definitely debatable, like none of those things are really necessary, but I play 2 Droll, 1 Token Collector, because you can dump this in your combo, and this is pretty good against Swordsoul. The same goes for Banshee. Then I play 1 Zombie World, and against back row, 1 Harpy, 3 Twin Twisters, and then 3 Dark Rulers, and 3 Evenly Matched for going second. I'll probably have to play this main in the next format, but right now side this was good enough, because usually you don't OTK your opponent. You don't need to OTK them anyways, because if you set up your board, then there's no way they can play around this. Like, yeah, so this card is pretty amazing. And I thought about playing Cross Out, because I feel like the only way you can out a board like this is with Dark Ruler, and then you can just call Dark Ruler with Cross Out and you just win, but I don't know, I didn't have the space yet. So yeah guys, that was my deck list. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want to see some combos, I can definitely show you those, but I think they need an extra video by themselves. So yeah, if you have any recommendations how I should improve stuff like this, please tell me in the comments, because like this is my first deck profile that I'm recording. So yeah, see you guys.